Howdy, folks, and welcome to another episode of Vulnerability Time. This is the commentary from episode 10. The topics were mental health journey and fighting battles alone. I am your host and published author, Trenton Epizon Rucker, and welcome to Vulnerability Time. Um, so just gonna be really short, of course. This is just commentary, based off the last episode. I won't take too long on this, just because this will be talked about in upcoming episodes that are already recorded. So be on the lookout for that. But I will go a little bit into my journey with mental health. Um, I will say this. I am scared to say this because I am afraid of being seen as worthless or trash. But I struggled with mental health ever since I was, I would say, ninth grade. Because of the certain circumstances that I've been through, and this ties into, fighting battles alone because, I had to grow up at a very, very, very young age. I didn't get to experience a childhood. I had to fight myself to get counseling. No one was there to support me when people would harm me and do whatever when men would harm me and do whatever they wanted to me. I had to fend for myself, and guess what? I was a child, so could I fend for myself? No. um, but the journey of receiving help, getting help, and healing, unlearning things, realizing my value and my worth, which I'm still learning. It all started with me. No parent was there to support me. I had to do it all on my own. And though it has its perks, it also has its punishments, I would say, is that, now in my life, those independent skills back then don't serve me anymore because I still struggle to be vulnerable. I still struggle to receive blessings and just kind gifts from others, just because I'm so used to doing things on my own, to the point where it gets unhealthy. Because there comes a time in our lives where we can't do everything on our own. We're gonna need to lean on someone. We're gonna have to lean on someone, whether it's therapists, friends, etc. You name it. I struggle so hard to do so. I struggle so hard to do so now. I struggle, and it's not my fault. I know that, though I carry this lack of dependency. I know that it did not start with me, it started to me. And I say that in episodes. You'll hear me say that a lot. A lot of things in our lives, folks, that started with us, that are with us right now, give yourself grace. They didn't always start. It started to you. Okay? It started to you. You were taught that intentionally or unintentionally. You had to do the best you had to do to survive on this earth. So I would say I'm in complete survival mode, and no one talks about how independence is. We glorify independence, and I was like, yeah, of course independence has its great parts. But guess what? Humans didn't make it through this humans didn't make it through this earth by being independent. No. It took dependency for humanity to grow, to thrive, to build a society and societies to evolve. It took dependency. So I'm just kind of trying to break that stigma of, oh, you gotta be completely independent in your life. No, you will lose lack of the skills to be dependent when it is time to be dependent. There comes isolation. There comes this do everything on your own mindset. And that's not healthy because we cannot do everything on our own. We weren't created to be independent. Okay? We were created to be dependent and communicate. I'm not saying that independence doesn't have its rewards. what I'm saying is there's a point of too much independence. Okay, I know people stigmatize, oh, too much dependency. I wish I was too much dependent back then, because I would probably be in a lot better place mentally now because I would have received help earlier. But anyways, so what started my mental health is sexual abuse. Okay, um, that is something that's happened to me my whole childhood. At this point, honestly, it's just like I don't remember much of my childhood, but trauma, post-traumatic stress disorder, emotional personality disorder, having to navigate through life from all those things, because of all those things, I did it on my own, um, to the point where I attempted to take my life 6 times, and I actually completed it once. And so it was like, what's the point of being on this earth? I'm tired of just being alone. I'm tired of it. I just don't understand. Like, I was a kid. I was a kid. I should have been a kid. I should not have been an adult. I was a kid. I should have been able to feel safety, trust, and comfort and love from parents. I should have felt safe, I wish I did, but that's just not how my story works. And so it's a lot of trauma in the developmental stages of my childhood that contributed to the mental health that I have now. The mental health struggles that I have now, though I'm doing a lot better. This is proof, I'm proof that the brain can heal. Just hey, I couldn't do it on my own, I will say that. And because I didn't receive, because I didn't go after, um, medication sooner, um, things got worse. The longer you wait, the worse it can get. And though I got therapy, yes. However, therapy was great. However, it did become a time where I was needing therapy and medication, because those two are both very, very powerful duos. And they say medication works best when it is accompanied by therapy. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. Like, there's just been so much verbal abuse in my childhood, physical abuse in my childhood, sexual abuse in my childhood, psychological abuse in my childhood. Like, one time my dad tried to kill me. One time he starved me straight. Like, he did not want to feed me because I'm gay and I can't choose that. So he beat the hell out of me. And he's also one of the people that decided to sexually molest me. And okay, now there I go, emotions. There I go with tears. But it's vulnerability time. And the reason why I mention this is because there's so many of us that have gone through that, and we might be struggling in some areas in our life. Okay, and it could be because of that. I'm not saying that it is, but childhood trauma does mess up the developmental stages, and it does corrupt the brain, and certain parts of the brain aren't fully formed like a healthy brain should be. And so I just want to encourage, even if it's just one person, I'm literally throwing myself under the bus into the fire right now, because I just am afraid, and I'm so insecure that someone out there is going to not speak to me anymore, or look at me as less than because or look at me as dirty because of what I've been through, and I haven't necessarily had people do that to me. However, I do notice, like, in the romantic area, when I open up about what I've been through as a child, it's like a turnoff for them. And so, though fortunately I have not had platonic and strangers, dismiss me, but romantic partners, and that's what hurt the most, is because I'm like, wow, this didn't work out with this person, because I trusted them enough to open up. And I'm not saying that they are bad people. No, I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is, folks, if you've been through that, okay, and you're noticing that the older you get, things in your mind just tend to get a little bit worse and worse, and you're having these unwanted thoughts. You're having these thoughts of taking your own life or taking someone else's life, or, just extreme depression, extreme anxiety, um, extreme like aggression. Look into that, and I just encourage you to get help if you need it. If you need it, please get help before it can get worse. And for me, medicine was stigmatized because I was like, I don't want to face that reality that I need medicine, and now I'm on medicine. And y'all, I actually want to live majority of my days. I haven't wanted to live for a long time, folks. And so what mental health really does, and of course I gained a lot of skills because of how I went through mental health, and how I still healing from it and learning from others and being open about it. Oh, being open about it is healing. Honesty is healing. I could not have done this on my own. And trust me, I tried to do it on my own. I couldn't, because growing up, I had no choice but to do things on my own. No one would help me. No one. I'm not even just exaggerating. Oh, maybe your parents did. No. No, trust me. Yep, people can be that shit. Trust me, people can be that shitty. You know what I mean? And it was rough. Because still to this day, I struggle to be dependent. I have friends that are, buying food for me, because right now I'm currently not working because I'm on summer break from grad school, and so I'm back at home in Austin, Texas, but I'm not here for summer break long enough to get a job, so I'm just kind of like I have my church group and just my mom, sending me money and just paying for my food. And y'all, I'd rather starve than accept the gift, the blessings, because I don't know how to. And I can so freely give to people. I will buy someone's food in a heartbeat if I have the money and if they needed it. No strings attached. Wouldn't care at all. Just buy it. Get whatever you want. Literally. If you want a steak that's $60, okay, maybe not $60, but if you want a steak that's $50, I'm gonna get me a steak too. I'm gonna get it rare though. I like the heart to still be beaten. Yes. Love a good blood bath. Call me Vampire Trenton. But yeah, folks. So mental health journey, this is what I'm gonna say, and the reason I'm not gonna go like too into the actual like mental health diagnoses is because that will come up in future episodes. But what I do want to point out is the start of this journey, folks. I just shouldn't have been beaten starting at the age of 3. And there's a difference between spanking and beating. By the way, they're both physical abuse. Did you know that? This is the thing about physical abuse. Physical abuse isn't always intentional. Physical abuse can be unintentional. It doesn't have to be on purpose for it to be physical abuse. You know what I mean? So looking at how, the body reacts to physical abuse, it's actually not that great. And yeah, I was like, you think you learned your lesson, but it was like, it's a fear response, sweetheart. It's not actually learned. It's fear. It's learned survival. It's not learned to just do let me learn. Anyways, the point is, I'm not going to get into all that. But I wanted to mention the start of my mental health journey. I'm so glad to be where I'm at now. I thank God that I'm still alive, but not alive by myself. So yeah, with that being said, if you're out there and you are struggling with your mental health journey, and if you feel like you're fighting this alone, just I just want you to know, that maybe this is your sign. And I mean, the reason I'm like crying right now is because it's gonna be so hard to be dependent, y'all. It's gonna be so hard. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But you can do it. I promise you can do it. And I promise you it's worth it. I promise you it's worth it. You deserve you deserve love yourself. You deserve to be healed, to be loved. Being dependent, it's a form of self-love as well. You deserve it. You are so important for it. Trust me. So listen to your body, listen to your mind, listen to your emotions. It's okay. You aren't crazy for this. You're just a human trying to live through this earth. And sometimes we need to start living and stop surviving. We need to live. We deserve to live. Life shouldn't just be survival. So hang on there, okay? Champ and champettes. That's pretty funny, isn't it? Champ and champettes. I just thought of that now. Go me! I'm proud of you for making it this far by yourself. I'm so proud of you. But it's time. It's time to ask for help. Promise you, it'll be worth it. Y'all take care. I'll see y'all next week for another episode of Vulnerability Time. Let me go ahead and see what the topics are gonna be. Give me a second. The topic next week will be finding yourself, the next episode's topic will be finding yourself. Oh, trust me, that's a beautiful episode right there. You're definitely gonna want to tune into that. Oh yeah, the special guest, Chooks, he's great. He's fellow Phi Delta brother as well. Oh yeah, there's a lot of wisdom, a lot in that episode. And alrighty folks, no one told you today that they love you. I love you, but guess what? You love you too. You love you too. Whether you feel it or not, you love you too. And with that being said, this is love. This is your redemption story, y'all. This is your come up. This is your comeback. Okay? This is your time. This is your moment. This is your healing. This is your healing season. This is Vulnerability Time.